The galaxy had always believed humans were dangerous, but not powerful. They were seen as loud, emotional, and divided. Humans argued among themselves, fought small wars, and wasted resources. To the great alien empires, humanity was interesting, but not a real threat. That belief would cost them everything. The Galactic Council gathered above the neutral world of Virex. Ancient species filled the massive chamber. Some had ruled star systems for thousands of years. Others had wiped out entire civilizations without mercy. They spoke of humans with calm voices and confident smiles. Humanity is expanding too fast, one alien leader said. They test weapons near shared borders, said another. They refuse to bow, a third added. A few voices suggested diplomacy. Humans had asked for peace talks. They had asked for borders, trade, and cooperation. But those voices were weak and ignored. The council voted. War. The decision was final and unanimous. Across the galaxy, fleets began to move. Millions of ships powered their engines and turned toward Earth. The council expected panic. They expected fear. They expected humans to beg. None of that happened. On Earth, the message arrived quietly. No alarms sounded in cities. No public speeches were made. Governments did not argue. Military leaders did not shout. Humanity did something the galaxy did not expect. They went silent. Deep beneath Earth's surface, in rooms known to very few, old systems awakened. Screens lit up. Long-unused protocols unlocked. Names that had not been spoken in decades appeared again. The humans did not declare war back. They prepared. Far from Earth, an ancient alien observer watched with growing concern. His species had once fought humans long ago, when humans had not yet reached the stars. They remembered the past differently than others did. They remembered how humans learned. Human fleets did not rush to meet the enemy. Instead, they spread out. Small ships vanished into deep space. Satellites appeared near alien borders and then disappeared again. Communication lines went dark. Supply routes failed. Alien commanders laughed at first. Cowards, they said. They hide, they claimed. Then the first fleet disappeared. No battle footage. No distress call. One moment it existed, then nothing. Another fleet vanished a day later. Then another. The galaxy began to feel uneasy. Human ships were finally spotted, but they did not look impressive. They were dark, heavy, and quiet. No bright colors. No symbols of pride. Just cold metal and blue energy burning deep within their engines. The first open battle happened near a dead star. Alien forces outnumbered the humans 3-1. They expected a quick victory. Instead, human ships did not attack. They waited. Then space itself turned hostile. Electronic systems failed. Targeting computers lied. Sensors showed enemies where there were none. Alien ships fired at shadows. By the time they realized the trap, human weapons activated. The battle ended in minutes. Human losses were small. Alien losses were complete. Still, humans did not celebrate. They did not send messages. They did not warn anyone. They advanced. The Galactic Council demanded answers. They accused humanity of dishonor and deception. A human diplomat responded with a single sentence. You chose war. That was all. Behind the scenes, something else was happening. Human factories worked without pause. Shipyards expanded. Old designs were improved. New ones were tested and approved within days. Human soldiers trained harder than ever. Not with anger, but with focus. Because humans did not fight for glory. They fought to survive. As alien worlds began to fall, fear spread. The galaxy realized too late that humans were not reacting emotionally. They were thinking, adapting, learning from every move. This was not a war of rage. It was a war of calculation. The ancient observer closed his eyes. His species had seen this before. When humans were threatened, they did not lash out wildly. They became precise. The galaxy had chosen war against humanity. And humanity had accepted. Silently. The galaxy had rules for war. They were old, respected, and followed by every great empire. Battles were announced. Fleets met in open space. Victors spared survivors. War had order. Humans followed none of it. After the first defeats, alien commanders changed their plans. They gathered larger fleets, reinforced shields, and advanced together. They believed strength in numbers would crush the humans. It did not. Human ships did not meet them head-on. Instead, they attacked supply lines. Fuel stations vanished. Communication hubs exploded without warning. Entire fleets were forced to stop, drifting in space with no power and no orders. The aliens called it dishonorable. Humans called it efficient. Human commanders studied every battle in real time. If a weapon failed, it was replaced. If a tactic worked once, it was improved the next time. Humans learned faster than any species the galaxy had ever faced. One alien admiral tried to bait the humans into a classic fleet battle. He spread false signals and left his flagship exposed. He waited for glory. Human scouts detected the trap in minutes. Instead of attacking, the humans turned the trap against him. They sent drones that mimicked real ships. The alien fleet fired everything they had. When their weapons overheated and shields weakened, the real human fleet appeared behind them. The admiral's fleet was destroyed. The galaxy began to understand something terrifying. Humans did not fight to prove courage. They did not fight for honor. They fought to remove threats. Fear spread through alien ranks. Commanders slept less. Crews argued. Trust began to break. Every shadow looked like a human ship. Every signal could be a lie. Humans used this fear. They broadcast false messages. They leaked fake battle plans. They let prisoners escape with wrong information. Entire alien strategies collapsed before battles even began. One by one, alien worlds surrendered. Those that did were spared. Those that resisted were surrounded and cut off from the galaxy. Human forces did not rush planetary invasions. They waited. They starved enemy fleets of resources. They let pressure do the work. Some alien leaders finally asked a dangerous question. What if humans never stop? The answer came soon. In a hidden system far from Earth, humanity revealed a new fleet. These ships were larger, darker, and silent. Their engines burned blue, but their weapons had no visible glow. They were not built for defense. They were built to end wars. The galaxy watched in horror as this fleet erased a fortified alien stronghold in hours, a place believed to be impossible to destroy. No civilians were harmed. Only military targets vanished. The message was clear. Humans could be merciful. But only if you gave them the chance. As panic reached the Galactic Council, one truth became impossible to deny. Humanity was not losing control. They were in complete control. And this war was far from over. For centuries, the galaxy believed every species showed its true strength in war. Fleets, weapons, and numbers defined power. Humanity had shown all three, but that was only the surface. What the galaxy did not know was what humans kept in reserve. As alien resistance hardened, human command unlocked files that had never left Earth. These were not fleet designs or weapon blueprints. They were names. Special human units were activated. Not heroes. Not symbols. These were people trained to think without mercy. They were taught to predict fear, break command structures, and end wars before they fully began. The galaxy would later call them monsters. Humans called them necessary. These units did not attack openly. They slipped into enemy space using stolen technology and silent drives. They did not fight armies. They dismantled them. Commanders disappeared. Shipyards failed mysteriously. Defense systems shut down moments before attacks. Entire alien fleets arrived at battle locations only to find their leaders gone and their codes useless. Panic spread faster than any human weapon. Alien soldiers began refusing orders. Some abandoned ships. Others surrendered without firing a shot. Morale collapsed in systems that had never known defeat. One proud alien empire made a final decision. They attacked Earth. It was meant to break humanity's will. Instead, it broke the galaxy. Human defenses activated instantly. Layers of protection, hidden in orbit and deep space, came alive. Alien weapons struck shields they did not understand. Human counterfire was fast and precise. The attacking fleet was destroyed before it reached Earth. Human command responded without anger. They responded with finality. The hidden fleets moved. Human forces struck at the heart of the attacking empire. Military worlds were neutralized in hours. Command centers vanished. War production ended overnight. The galaxy watched, silent and terrified. Humans did not attack civilians. They did not erase cultures. They removed the ability to continue war. That was worse. The ancient observer spoke again to the council, his voice heavy with memory. You have awakened what humans hide from themselves, he said. They fear these tools. That is why they do not use them unless forced. The council listened now. Too late. Human transmissions finally spread across the galaxy. Not threats. Not demands. Just a simple statement. This ends when you stop. Many did. Some did not. Those who did not would soon learn the truth written into every human defense plan. Humanity does not enjoy war. But when pushed far enough, they become very good at it. The galaxy was no longer fighting to win. It was fighting to survive. World after world went silent, not from destruction, but from surrender. Flags were lowered. Weapons powered down. Long proud empires sent desperate envoys toward human space, hoping they were not too late. Human fleets did not chase the fleeing. They did not punish surrender. They stopped when resistance stopped. This confused the galaxy. Other conquerors demanded tribute. They enslaved. They erased cultures. Humanity did none of that. When a system surrendered, human ships stayed at the edge of space, watching, but not invading. The message spread quickly. Humans only fight those who keep fighting. In the ruins of the Galactic Council, arguments turned into fear-filled silence. The council members finally understood their mistake. They had measured human power by ship counts and territory. They had ignored the most dangerous thing about them. Human restraint. One final coalition of alien empires refused to accept defeat. They believed fear was weakness. They gathered everything they had left into one massive fleet. It was the largest armada the galaxy had ever seen. They aimed it at a human-protected system. This time, humans did not retreat. They met the fleet in open space. The battle was unlike anything recorded. Human ships moved as one, adapting instantly to enemy tactics. When shields failed, they rotated ships. When weapons overheated, they switched formations. Every movement was calculated. The alien fleet fought bravely. It did not matter. Within hours, the armada was shattered. Survivors were allowed to leave. No pursuit followed. That mercy ended the war. The remaining empires surrendered within days. The galaxy finally spoke of humanity with a new word. Not terror. Respect. Humans addressed the council one last time. Their representative stood calm and unarmed. "We warned you," she said. "We asked for peace. You chose war." No threats followed. No demands. Just a promise. This will not happen again. The galaxy believed them. Not because of fear of human weapons, but because of trust in their restraint. Humanity returned its fleets home. Shipyards slowed. Soldiers stood down. The monsters were locked away again. But the memory remained. Every species now taught the same lesson to its young. Never mistake human silence for weakness. Because when humanity is forced to fight, they finish it. The war ended without a ceremony. There was no great celebration across the galaxy. No victory parades. No songs of conquest. The silence that followed was heavy, filled with memory and loss. Entire civilizations paused, unsure how to live in a universe where humans had proven they could not be controlled. Human fleets withdrew slowly. They did not leave ruins behind. They repaired jump lanes, reopened trade routes, and restored communication systems they had once disabled. To many species, this kindness felt more frightening than destruction. It showed control. The Galactic Council was rebuilt, not as rulers, but as watchers. New laws were written. No empire could declare war alone again. No species could surround another without consequence. Humanity did not demand leadership, yet every rule reflected human thinking. Protect the weak. End threats early. Never force war, but never fear it. An ancient alien teacher stood before his students years later. He showed them star maps marked with quiet systems and active ones. "These," he said, pointing to the calm regions, "exist because humans intervened." The students asked the question every species eventually asked. Why are humans feared? The teacher paused. They are feared, he said, because they could have destroyed us, and chose not to. On Earth, life continued. Humans argued again. They disagreed. They returned to being imperfect, emotional, and divided. To outsiders, they looked small once more. But the galaxy knew better. Hidden beneath Earth's surface, systems remained ready. Not eager. Not active. Waiting. Because humanity had learned a lesson of its own. Peace is precious. But peace only lasts when someone is willing to defend it. And if the galaxy ever forgot that lesson, the stars would remember.